Hi, and welcome to Manifestation Monday with Marcy. I'm Marcy Newman, your host, also known as a Heart Shift Coach. And today I want to speak with you about an issue that I think a lot of people forget about when they are working on manifestations, particularly if it's something that you may have been working on for a while and have kind of lost sight of who you were when you started the process. And we'll talk more about that in the days to come, because I do want you to know that that happens a lot to people. But in speaking with a couple of people recently, one of the things that I realized is that people forget that whatever it is that they are looking to manifest for themselves, number one, you want to make certain that it is for your highest good. And the reason I'm saying that is that we are creators. We have the ability to create anything, which means that we can create something that's not for our highest good in exactly the way that we can create something that is for our highest good. And this is so essential to remember. Because we are creators, we are creating 24/7. Now, you and I both know that so much of that is completely unconscious. We don't even realize that we're doing it. And part of that is good, right? Because we are creators, we can trust. We can trust that all of this is in motion and that the universe is always going to be there to receive our requests. And of course, our requests come to the universe in the form of both thoughts and emotions. And so we often find ourselves in situations where we are wishing that it is not what we had created. And a lot of times move into victimhood or martyrism, right? So that we can deflect the fact that we have indeed created that on our own. So, number one, I want to emphasize to you how important it is that you are keeping in mind you truly only want things that are for your highest good. And I will tell you that that will omit some things that in our short-sightedness we may not recognize as being something that isn't for our highest good, and yet we want it anyway. Now, I know that that might cause some frustrations on your part. I realize that. But I will say it again. Because if you want smooth transitions in your life, if you want fewer disappointments and certainly less suffering, you will put more effort into asking that question first. And of course, you're asking it of your team. You're asking it of your higher self. Is this for my highest good? You'll be able to recognize the answer to that question the more that you ask the question. It's like anything else. So you are actually conditioning yourself for the answer. Now, the problem, of course, is sometimes we get the answer and we don't like it, so we just ignore it and we keep going. And we end up manifesting things, as I said, we're not particularly happy with. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up over that. We all do that, and we've all done it a trillion times over. But of course, when you're looking to become more finely tuned to manifestation, you really do want to reduce the amount of creations that are coming through you that are not going to serve you. So having said that, I want to bring up one other aspect. And that is, for you to really hone in, tap in, tune into those highest vibrational frequencies that are going to create your heart's desires in the speed of light. I want to encourage you also to remember that whatever you ask for, you also ask for others. So if something is for your highest good, ask that it also be delivered to those for whom it is their highest good as well. This is recognizing a couple of things. Number one, the power of that energy as you, in your benevolence, in your open heart, your desire to see others as happy and healthy and in their wholeness just as you are. Well, that energy is of such a high frequency and goes out with such a power that it is going to bring back to you all that is associated right there for you to not only manifest it quickly, but also for you to come into alignment with receiving it. So not only is this opening your heart, but it opens your entire field. Because it's in recognition also that we are in partnership. There's always a giving and a receiving taking place. And of course, in that partnership, we are recognizing that we are both the givers and the receivers. So as you are including all those throughout the universe, many dimensions, many times over, that they also receive whatever is for their highest good. Oh my God, we step into energy that has the capacity to connect us to our divinity. And as I said, from that place, there are no limits. There are no limits. But we also are creating the foundation for this new earth that we so much want and know is our birthright. We are letting go of all of the old systems, corruption, the distortion, the dichotomy, and we're stepping into our divine beings and our divine abilities to create and manifest. What an important time we are in. So let's make a pact. Let's you and I decide, choose, take a vow that each morning when we wake up, that we will do whatever it takes to align ourselves with our highest self, whether that's reading or writing or meditating, walking in nature, whatever that is. Let's take a vow right now that you and I are going to partner and we're going to do this together. And of course, we are going to do it for our highest good and the highest good of all. And then I'm going to ask if you'll take one more step, that you'll do the same thing before you go to sleep at night. That as you are reviewing your day, in that review, you are starting right at the moment that you woke up and had the thought, Marcy and I are going to start our day off in this high energy and manifest to our heart's desires, to our highest good, and for the highest good of all. So imagine going to sleep with that on your mind, that kind of an open heart. Of course you're going to wake up the next morning immediately in that energy, and you will feel the gratitude of the universe as it has been working on your behalf the entire night. How's that for a cycle of goodwill, of sharing love, of sharing the light of that love with all those here on the earth and beyond, in all of the dimensions and timelines of our being? And so I'm going to leave that with you. It's lots of food for thought. And yet it's so simple, isn't it? It's true to our oneness. It's what we already know. We are the benevolent force of the universe because we are the force of creation. So with that, I'll leave this affirmation for you. I am. I am the benevolent force of the universe. I am the creative force that creates all things through me. I am partnered with all that is, all that I am, and all that is for the highest good of all. So much love to you. I'll see you right back here again next week. And in the meantime, remember, we're in this together. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.